Here's my contact lens disinfecting solution. It has 3% hydrogen peroxide. It says misuse will result in burning and stinging. Product is not for direct use on the eye. This is a system for disinfecting contact lenses. In the vial here is a solution that contains hydrogen peroxide that's great at killing germs, killing bacteria. Snap your lenses in here, one on this side, one on this side, and then dunk them in to be disinfected. So in addition to the places where you snap your lenses in, there's this part on the bottom that may look metallic. That's a catalyst that accelerates the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. So here you see bubbles. Those are oxygen gas that's produced when the catalyst causes the peroxide to decompose. This is a good thing because overnight all the peroxide will be gone, and therefore when I put the lenses in my eyes, they won't sting, they won't burn. So after about 8 hours, you can see the bubbling is stopped, so all the peroxide is gone. Now I can put these safely into my eyes. One great thing about a catalyst is it's not used up in the reaction. So when I take this out, I'll take my lenses out, but this catalyst is still good for maybe 1,000 more uses. Beautiful. Your materials today: a very large graduated cylinder, 1 liter, plastic bucket, a flask that has a stopper with 1 hole, and this tube can plug into the hole on the stopper, and you can imagine gas being carried from the flask through the tube. That's what that's for. And then you have some chemicals. We have 2 kinds of catalyst here. One is potassium iodide, that's solid. One is ferric chloride, that's in solution. And you also get a solution of hydrogen peroxide, 10%. Initially, you're going to do small-scale trials in test tubes. You can use a pipette to measure 3 milliliters, or you could use a small graduated cylinder. The volume doesn't have to be perfect. And then you add a catalyst. So in this case, I'm going to use some Ki. I've weighed it out on weighing paper, and I'll add it to the test tube. If it's working, it'll start bubbling. And so it's bubbling quite nicely here. Those bubbles are oxygen gas. So this has been going for about a minute. I now want to test the gases with what's called a glowing splint. So this is a wooden skewer. I'm putting it in the fire, and then I'm going to extinguish that fire. And what I have is a glowing splint. If I dip it into pure oxygen, you can see it bursts into flame. And so this is actually a very good test for do you have oxygen gas, because it supports the fire, supports combustion. So everything I've demonstrated is scripted here in Part A, small scale trials, so just follow the instructions.